How many of you have missed something that you can never get back? A first word, a first step, a conversation that needed to happen? Not because you didn't love your kids, but because you were busy building something, busy chasing something, busy convincing yourself that the success that you were creating out there would make you a better father in here. I want to talk to you today about the gap. Not the gap between where you are professionally and where you want to be. You've probably already closed that one, or you're well on your way. I want to talk to you about the other gap. The one you don't post about, the one that shows up at night when the house is quiet and you realize your kid said something today that you didn't hear because you're on a call or in a meeting or just somewhere else. That gap. Before my first child was born, I made a decision that most people in my life thought was somewhere between bold and irresponsible. I left a full-time job with benefits while my then wife was pregnant with our first child. Not because I had a plan that was guaranteed to work, not because I had a safety net, but because I had a conviction that my presence in my children's lives was worth more than the security of a paycheck, and I was willing to bet everything on that belief. I started working part-time at a real estate investment firm, watched how it worked, saw the opportunity, and did what high performers do. I decided to pursue it myself. Bought my first investment property, and then everything went wrong. The contractor on my first flip was stealing from me. Not a stranger, family. My then wife's uncle. The betrayal wasn't just financial, it was personal. It happened inside my own circle, and it threatened to unravel everything I had built my new life around. I had to fire sell that property, bring in outside help to finish the other two without a general contractor, absorb the hit, absorb the embarrassment, absorb the very real possibility that I had made a catastrophic mistake. And in that moment, I had a choice. Go back, get a job, take the safe road, and tell myself I tried. Or keep going. And I kept going. Not because I was reckless, but because I knew with complete clarity what going back would actually cost me, and it wasn't a cost I was willing to pay. That single decision to push through the failure instead of retreating to safety became the foundation of everything that followed. One flip became a portfolio became short-term rentals, and short-term rentals became commercial real estate. And through all of it, through the theft, the fire sale, the chaos, the pivots, and the growth, I have not missed a single word, a single first step, a single moment that mattered. Not one. I'm not telling you the story because I want you to be impressed by me. I'm telling you the story because I want you to understand something that took me a long time to be able to articulate clearly. I did not find my way back to my kids after losing myself in my career. I never allowed the gap to form in the first place. And that distinction, that one distinction, is everything. Because here's what I see every day in the world of high-performing men. Fathers who have mastered the art of outsourcing everything, including the one role that cannot be delegated. They outsource presents to their wives, to nannies, to schools, to family members who are happy to help, but who are never meant to carry that weight alone. They're not bad fathers. Let me be clear about that. They love their children deeply, but they are absent from the process of shaping them. And their children are growing up being formed more by everyone else in the room than by the man whose name they carry. Tragedy is not a lack of love. The tragedy is a misunderstanding of what fatherhood actually requires. High-performance culture has sold fathers a lie. The lie sounds like this: build enough success out there and you'll be a better provider in here. Provide enough and your presence won't matter as much. And I'm here to tell you that is wrong. Presence is not a reward you earn after success. Presence is the foundation upon which your most important success is built. The most elite version of a man is not the one who builds the biggest company or generates the most wealth. It is the one who builds children who are stronger, more empathetic, more resilient, and more grounded because he was there. That is the Russell standard. Now I know who I'm talking to. You don't respond to sentiment. You don't respond to standards. You don't need motivation. You need a methodology. You've already proven you can perform at the highest level professionally. What you need is a framework that applies that same rigor, that same intentionality, that same competitive excellence to the way you show up at home. That is exactly what the Russell Standard is built to do. It does not ask you to choose between your ambition and family. It demands both, because the father who wins at work and loses at home hasn't won. And deep down, you already know that. Imagine for a moment what it would look like if every high-performing father in this country made one decision. Not to work less, not to want less, not to be less driven, but to direct that drive with the same precision and intentionality they bring to their professional lives toward the human beings who will carry their legacy long after the company is gone, long after the portfolio is sold, and long after the title doesn't matter anymore. Connection compounds. Presence compounds. The investment you make in your children today returns in ways that no financial model can calculate, in who they become and how they lead and how they love and in how they father their own children one day. Success without connection is a hollow legacy. Our greatest success lies not in what we accomplish, it lies in who we raise. I'm Vince Russell, and this is The Standard. If any part of this resonated with you, if you felt that quiet recognition that the gap exists, drop a comment below and tell me where you feel it most. Is it in the missed moments, the outsourced presence, or the sense that your kids deserve the same version of you that your clients and colleagues get every day? Subscribe because this channel exists for one reason: to build fathers who are as elite at home as they are everywhere else. The Russell Standard is just getting started. See you on the next one.